On a scorching summer afternoon, sunlight filtered through the dense canopy, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. As Germain walked along a narrow path, a low, desperate cry reached his ears, sending a shiver down his spine. He stopped, holding his breath, and listened intently. Determined to find the source, he carefully pushed through the thick undergrowth. What he saw made his heart pound, a tiny tiger cub struggling in a muddy depression. The little creature gasped for air, its strength fading, dangerously close to drowning. Germain hesitated. Tigers were powerful and unpredictable, yet he knew that if he didn't act immediately, the cub wouldn't survive. Scanning the area, he saw no sign of the mother tiger. Making his decision, he stepped cautiously into the cold, sticky mud. He whispered soothing words as he approached, hoping to ease the cub's fear. To his relief, the little tiger seemed to sense his kindness and stilled. Taking his chance, Germain reached out, gently lifting the trembling cub into his arms. Just then, a glint of metal in the dense foliage caught his attention. Moving closer, his breath hitched at the sight before him, the mother tiger, trapped in a cruel iron snare, its heavy chains anchoring her to a tree. Pain and fear burned in her golden eyes. Germain's heart clenched. He wanted to help, but freeing a wild tigress was no simple task. Before he could plan his next move, distant voices and the sound of footsteps crushing dry leaves jolted him into action. Hiding the cub in the bushes, he concealed himself and watched as two armed men emerged. Poachers. They approached the tigress, their cruel intent clear. Thinking fast, Germain grabbed a stone and hurled it into the undergrowth. The sharp rustle diverted the poacher's attention, buying him precious seconds. He sprinted to the trap, spotting a rusted wrench on the ground. With shaking hands, he fought to loosen the tight chains. Finally, the mechanism gave way. The tigress pulled free, turning her piercing gaze on Germain. For a long, tense moment, they locked eyes, an unspoken exchange of understanding and gratitude. A furious shout rang out. The poachers had realized what had happened. Raising their rifles, they took aim at Germain. But before they could fire, a thunderous roar split the air. The tigress leaped between him and the hunters, her massive form a shield. Snarling, she advanced. The poachers, overwhelmed by terror, dropped their weapons and fled into the jungle. As silence returned, the tigress walked back to the bushes, nudged her cub, and vanished into the depths of the wilderness.